So we're going to talk, Mike and Lisa, this time about showing empathy for each other's situation. Not that one's more important or whatever the other, just trying to show empathy there. So Lisa, how do you show empathy for him when he is gone?
I think that my efforts are in showing empathy for just gaining understanding of what a deployment looks like and understanding his role. If I know his role, then I feel like, obviously I've not been in his shoes, so I don't know what that is, but understanding his role, if he can explain that well enough to me, then I can have empathy for what he may be going through on a day-to-day basis. And also using past experience through deployments can help me be more, can show more empathy for if something active is happening. I know how to pray because I know probably what may be going through his mind. And so just having empathy in that of gaining experience from what we've already been through together, and then just having an understanding of what's going on as much as he can share. Have an understanding of that and keeping that as my filter.
Yeah. So how does Mike show empathy for you when he's gone?
He actually does really, really well at it. One of the things that he got in the habit of from the first deployment is there will be times throughout the deployment where he would just say, I don't want to talk about what's happening here. I just want you to walk me through your day. Did you go to the grocery store? Anything like that. Did you do laundry today? And kind of just walk him through what's happening here. Even if it's the mundane stuff, he wanted to know. And what I learned through that was he's trying to remember and trying to be empathetic to what's happening here and knowing that I'm carrying the load. But also it's a tiny bit of an escape for him to think about home.
Sure.
And that's super helpful.
Coming back into your guys' world.
Yeah, I think he's always done a really good job at lifting me up and telling me it's a hard road there. And he actually has said in an open forum to many soldiers, your spouses carry the harder road. We get to go to another country, do the job we're trained to do, be amongst each other. People do our laundry, people cook for us. That's happening for them. So I think he does a really good job of showing it through his verbal communication, affirmation, and just reminding me, I know you're carrying the burden. Why don't you go and get a latte or do something for yourself? I really want to see you do something for yourself today. So
are there ever any times you feel like he doesn't get it or he doesn't understand?
I think it would be wrong to say no, but a huge part of me says no. I really feel like he tries really hard to understand.
So how do you do that, Mike? Does it come easy for you?
So Lisa said earlier, I absolutely believe they have the tougher job. You know, when you have to take it all on, I do. I think they're always wondering. I know where I am. I know what I'm doing. I know the soldiers I'm with, and they're very proficient in what they do. So, although a complex environment, not really concerned about safety and all that. I'm concerned, but not concerned. Where she doesn't know. She doesn't know what I do on day to day or where we go day to day. So I can't imagine that kind of a question, just that tape run in the back of your mind. So from that point of view, I absolutely believe that the family has it the hardest. Parents do, kids do, but the spouse is that center link in between the parents and the kids, and they have to burden both. And then their own emotion on top of it. So I do. I try and encourage her, hey, go do something, get away for a little bit. I'll, as she says, she can't really understand all the things that go through. I'll never understand what she goes through on a day-to-day basis with a constant just tone of worry in the background. Like, and then you hear things or see things on TV of explosions or whatever, and like, well, where was he? Because I know he's in that city. We're in relation to it. And Lisa does an extremely great job of not voicing her concern or angst on what's going on to me. So it shows me the strength in her, although I'm sure there's some uncertainties that go on with it.
How do you show value to each other while you're deployed? How do you do that for Mike?
One, I honor my wedding vows, for sure, always. Number one, where do you go from there?
No, and I think that's such an important one because being apart for a year is not easy. Right. So what do you do to value her, to show her value when you're gone?
You know, I think I try and communicate back as often as I can. Same thing, honoring the wedding and the sacrament of marriage is number one for us. And really try and provide words of encouragement and as often as we can talk. I think that's...
Yeah, and I think it's important that a couple talks about that, you know, of what do we do to honor our covenant between each other and God during this time. Yeah, that's good. Thanks.